Welcome back, everyone. This is MandoAllDay, back with another video. And in this video, we're going to be taking a look at DC's Multiverse, the Batmobeast. This is from the Todd McFarlane DC Multiverse line. And I gotta say, this thing is ridiculously huge. It's just absurd, the size of this thing. So, as always, we'll take a look at the, well, there's no articulation here because this is a vehicle, but we'll take a look at the vehicle, the detail, the paint job, and as always, if I would recommend it or not. So on that note, let's take a look at the box itself, because I know there's a lot of box collectors out there, so let's take a look. So this is how the front of the box looks, and I'm telling you, this thing is huge. And I'll show you in a bit, I'll do a comparison, but this is the front of the box looks. This is the side. This is the Batmobeast Dark Knight's Death Metal. This is the back. Sorry for the glare, it's just a picture of the vehicle. This is the other side. And let's take a look at the top. And as always, the bottom. There's nothing there. Now, for comparison's sake, just to show you how big this thing is in terms of the box, I have here the Batman vehicle, and look at the size difference of this thing. It's not even funny. And when I say ridiculous, I mean ridiculous. You can probably stack another one up here of these regular motorcycles. This thing is just ginormous. Look at the size of that. This is just a box. So again, this thing is ridiculously huge, and I just question who would buy this. Well, of course I did. And we'll discuss about the pricing, because I know there's a lot of people who like this vehicle, but the biggest drawback is the pricing. So we'll take a look. We'll discuss it in a bit, but let's get this Batmobeast out of the box and go look into this more in depth. All right, let's take a look at the vehicle itself outside the box. So let's take a look at the wheel. Again, it's pretty well detailed. You can see obviously the Batmobile logo, also too on the tire. You can also see the skull. It does come with the hood scoop, which I removed it, which I'll kind of discuss why I removed it, but you can see for yourself. Look at that tire. The detail on the tire is very well too. Unfortunately, the wheel doesn't move on its own, so both wheels move at the same time, as you can see. Here's the front of the vehicle, or the big monster truck. Here is the side. As you can see underneath, you can see the Batman logo. Here's the exhaust. The color of stuff is pretty good too. I really do like it. Oh, before I continue on, it does come with a card. As always with McFarlane, they come with a card. Nothing special about the card. It's just a picture of the vehicle. Here's the back. And again, I did remove the hood scoop, and I'll again explain in a bit why I removed it. But let's take a look at the back of the monster truck. Here's the back of it. Again, you can see the design, the skulls on the tire itself. The tires are huge. Here's the suspension. Here again, small little details on here. So overall, McFarlane did a really good job with building this monstrosity of a vehicle. Now, there is a couple of things that, well, let's take a look more further into how to remove this. So, how to remove this actual part, because you can remove it, is fairly simple. So, what you see right here, all you do with these clips is push them, just like so. There's two of them. And the way you remove this, you just, all you do is just press this. Boom. Same thing on this side. If I can see. There you go. And that's pretty much it. And the way you remove the front part, because there's only three parts that are holding it down. It's a two in the back, right? Two in the back. And then the hood scoop. The hood scoop, as you can see, right there, that's where this comes into play. So all you do essentially is you just twist it. So it's basically like this, how it comes standard, and then you twist it, and then pull it out, and there you go. So this removes just like so. Now before we go into this part, because it's probably like the best part of it, let's take a look at this. Now this part is where a big issue comes into play. Now I say issue because it is very very flimsy. I mean, look at the thickness of it. It's very, very thin. I feel like if I bend it, it's gonna break easily. I wish it would have been a little more thicker because you are paying a lot for this, and I'll go over the price in a bit. And also, I wish maybe this would have been glow in the dark or something. That would have been really, really cool for the lights to be glow in the dark. But you can see the broken glass, shattered glass, even here and the back. So you can see right there. Now, let's take a look at this particular part, or this, the monster truck that's without that cover. And I gotta say, this is a really, really good job with this. McFarlane, as always, very detailed, and he nailed it. Oh, let me put the hood scoop on. He nailed the detail. It looks really, really good. I mean, I wish there was more color to it, but it is what it is. But for the most part, it looks very detailed. Just look at the Batmobile. Here, probably this. I have no idea what this is. I don't know if my camera can pick it up, but the detail inside right there, right here, very detailed. The seat, also too, in the back as well too. The engine is really good too. This is a 12-cylinder vehicle. I mean, 12-cylinder engine. I'm sure Batman's gonna be hurting, especially now with gas prices. Again, very detailed. I really, really like this. The suspension again, dual shock. I really like this vehicle. This is a really good vehicle. But again, the biggest part of this, it's going to be the price. The pricing is really expensive. Sorry about that. And I know for a lot of people, the pricing is going to discourage them from getting it. And I can understand why, because the price for this vehicle is $80, $79.99. And I can understand why people may not buy it, because it is expensive. Now, the question is it worth the $80? In my honest opinion, no. I don't think it's worth the $80. No offense to Todd McFarlane. And McFarlane, if you are watching this, no offense. I like your figures. I do like the DC Multiverse line. But for $80, I don't think it's worth that price. Now, what would be a fair price, in my opinion? I think $60 would have been a better deal or better price. Because, again, $80 is too much. I mean, it would be great if you were getting, $80. You get probably a lot more detail. And there is detail, but there's missing paint. I mean, if there was a bit more paint, because, again, the bat symbol here, I don't know if my camera can pick it up, but if there was a bit more paint, it would have been better. But for $80, I don't think it's worth the price. A fair price would have been $60. As a matter of fact, I actually paid $50 for this. Long story short, went to a Target. They were stacking this one or putting on the shelf, but I noticed the price said $49.99. Asked the employee, she said, yeah, it's actually $49.99. So I paid $50, and I think for that price, it is a good deal. But if I'm going to be honest, a fair price would have been $60, but for $80, I just don't think it's worth it for $80. And again, no offense to McFarlane. I love the DC Multiverse line. It's really, really good. But I just don't think for $80, it's worth that price. Now, let's compare it to other figures. So that way you guys can see how big this is. Because this is ridiculously huge. Now, I brought in the Batcycle from the White Knight. And the wheel distance is the same as the front. So if you have this Batcycle, if you have it, just extend it out just like so. And the distance from the monster truck's rear wheel to the front wheel is about the same, as you can see. Here's the front of the wheel, here's the back. And now for size comparisons, how it looks. Again, it is huge. This monster truck is ridiculous, and I love it. Alright, let's put this back here. And for another size comparison, let's take a look at Lex Luthor himself. Again, this thing is ridiculously huge, but it's awesome. This is one of those things, and I personally don't think... I mean, again, I'm not too sure. I don't work for McFarlane, but I don't think they're going to make a lot of these, hence why the price is so high. So if you are interested in getting this, I would highly recommend getting it, because something tells me that this is be one of those vehicles where it's ridiculously huge, and only hardcore fans would only buy it, and they're going to make only small quantities. I could be wrong. They might make a bunch, but that's just me. Now, for another size comparison, let's take a look at Clayface, so you guys can see for yourself how big it is. And Clayface is as tall as that monster truck. Again, this thing is just ginormous, but I like it. And I think McFarlane did an amazing job with this monster truck. Again, I know the pricing, it's $80. People are going to complain. I complain as well too, but I did get it for $50, and I think for 50 is a really good deal. 60 is a fair price. 80, I just think it's a little too much. And I know a lot of people are essentially waiting for the monster truck to go on sale, because I understand $80 is a lot, especially now with gas prices and everything. I get it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like this vehicle? Leave it in the comment section below. Would you plan on getting this vehicle? Let me know what you guys think, man. If you are planning on getting it, what do you think? And as always, if you want to watch more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And again, any questions you have, leave it in the comment section below. Alrighty, that concludes an overview of the Batmobeast from the DC Multiverse line, and on to the next one.